Hello friends, my name is Ryan, and today, I'm going to tell you a story named The Missing Heiress, Fortune and Foul Play, a tale full of suspense, mystery, and shocking twists. So, sit back, relax, and let me take you on a journey that will keep you at the edge of your seat. It all began one rainy evening in a small town nestled in the hills, a place where everyone knew everyone else. The town had an air of charm, but it was hiding secrets that no one dared to speak of. At the center of this town stood a grand mansion owned by the wealthy and well-known Aldridge family. The Aldridges were a powerful name in the region, known for their vast fortune, but most people were drawn to them because of their only daughter, Elena. Elena was beautiful, kind-hearted, and the heir to her family's empire. From the outside, she had everything anyone could ever want: wealth, luxury, and a future most could only dream of. But as is often the case with the most perfect of lives, there was more lurking beneath the surface. Elena had recently turned 25, and the pressure to marry, settle down, and take over her family's fortune had been mounting. The public thought of her as a princess waiting for her prince to come, but Elena was anything but ordinary. One fateful night, Elena vanished. It wasn't just a small disappearance, it was a mystery that gripped the entire town. No one saw her leave, no one heard a thing. She simply vanished without a trace, leaving behind a mansion full of unanswered questions. The police were called, but their efforts were in vain. They scoured every inch of the mansion, searched the surrounding area, and questioned every servant, but no clues could be found. There was no ransom note, no sign of a struggle, nothing. As days turned into weeks, the case grew colder, and the media began to lose interest. But not everyone gave up. Elena's childhood friend, Gabriel, a quiet and observant man, couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Gabriel had always known Elena, and their bond went deeper than most could understand. He decided to take matters into his own hands. Gabriel started by digging into the Aldridge family's past, hoping to find a clue, anything that might help him understand why Elena would disappear. He uncovered things no one had ever known: dark secrets about the Aldridge fortune, shady business dealings, and whispers of betrayal within the family. But there was one thing that struck him the most. Elena's father, Walter Aldridge, had recently changed his will, cutting out several distant relatives and making Elena the sole heir to the fortune. Many believed the new will was the reason some of the family members were on edge, but Gabriel suspected there was more to it than just money. The deeper Gabriel dug, the more questions surfaced. He learned of a secret lover Elena had been seeing in the months leading up to her disappearance, a man no one had ever seen before. This man, who went by the name of Samuel, had disappeared from town the same night Elena went missing. Gabriel couldn't help but wonder if Samuel was involved in her disappearance, but every lead seemed to vanish as quickly as it appeared. As weeks turned to months, Gabriel became more desperate. He decided to confront Walter Aldridge, the father, hoping to find some answers. Walter was an old man now, but his eyes still held the sharpness of someone who had built an empire. Gabriel asked him about Elena, about her disappearance, and about the family's secrets, but Walter only offered vague responses. He claimed he was as lost as everyone else, but Gabriel wasn't convinced. One evening, Gabriel received an anonymous letter. The handwriting was neat but unfamiliar, and the message was chilling. "If you want to find Elena, follow the money." The letter had no return address, no signature, just those words. Gabriel didn't waste any time. He knew what he had to do. He returned to the mansion and began searching the family's financial records. It was a tedious task, but after days of sifting through papers, he found something strange: a transfer of a large sum of money to an offshore account under a false name. The account belonged to none other than Samuel, the secret lover. Gabriel's heart raced as he pieced together the puzzle. Elena had known something about her family's dark dealings, and it seemed she had been planning to expose them. The more he thought about it, the more he realized that her disappearance wasn't a random act. It was deliberate, a well-planned act of betrayal and revenge. Someone didn't want her to speak the truth. Gabriel knew he had to act fast. He traveled to the location where the offshore account had been registered, a small, isolated island off the coast. When he arrived, he found a mansion, eerily similar to the Aldridge estate, standing abandoned and covered in vines. It was as if time had forgotten this place. Inside, he found something that made his blood run cold, a hidden room, and within it, a series of journals written by Elena herself. In the journals, Elena revealed everything, the truth about her family's corrupt business practices, the betrayal by her own blood, and the twisted relationship she had with Samuel. The journals painted a picture of a woman who had been trapped in a gilded cage, forced to choose between her loyalty to her family and her desire to escape the darkness that consumed them. It was clear now, Elena had been taken, not out of love, but out of fear. For that she would expose the truth. Just as Gabriel was about to leave the island with the journals, he heard footsteps behind him. He turned to see Samuel, standing in the doorway, a dark smile playing on his lips. "I knew you'd come here eventually," Samuel said, his voice low and dangerous. "But you're too late. Elena is gone, and no one will ever know the truth." Gabriel's heart raced as Samuel approached, but he stood his ground. "I won't let you get away with this." A struggle ensued, and in the end, Gabriel barely escaped with his life, the journals clutched tightly in his hand. He returned to the town, determined to expose the truth, but just as he was about to make the shocking discovery public, he received another letter, this one from Elena herself. "You've done well, Gabriel. The truth is out, but be careful. Some things are better left in the dark." Gabriel couldn't help but wonder if Elena had orchestrated the entire thing, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. Was she alive? Or had she truly vanished forever? No one knew for sure. And so, my friends, the mystery of the missing heiress, fortune and foul play remains unsolved to this day. But remember, sometimes the answers we seek are buried so deep that even the most determined soul cannot uncover them. The truth is out there, hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone brave enough to dig deeper. And if you enjoyed this story, full of twists and suspense, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tales that will leave you wondering, is the mystery truly solved? Or are we just scratching the surface?